Good morning. This is Sean, and this is Detroit Disney. And if you haven't noticed, we've changed our name from Detroit Disney Joe to Detroit Disney. We got a brand new logo, and yes, we changed the name to say that we are one and not two, because we are two people as one solid one group of people, and one family, and the oneness. So anyhow, and it shortens the name up just a little bit, makes it easier to say, Detroit Disney. So thank you for watching today. It's a great morning in Detroit. The sun is to my back, and blue skies to the front, and it's a great, beautiful today. You can't argue with that. And we just had to get around a bus there. So, so today there's really no headline news about that is one story that's more predominant than the other, meaning there is a lot of news coming from out of Disney. And we'll kind of go over the latest news today. I didn't have a single topic. Maybe that's what I meant to say. This is not a single topic video. This is kind of like a review of what the heck is going on, because there's so much news that's going on. And some days, the last couple of days, there was even no news, but great news on other days. So it was kind of like a hodgepodge of news days for the last few days. So let's kind of jump into it. But before we jump into it all, why don't we go ahead and mash that subscribe button if you can. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it helps us out quite a bit, and you become part of the Detroit Disney family by hitting the notifications bell. You get free notifications of when we go live, and also when we upload new videos. So if you do both, you smash the subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and you're all set. And it's all free, just to let you know. So anyways, and we really appreciate 559 viewers of ours. Thank you for being here and supporting us. So, also just, I'm going to put this out. We're going to be having a giveaway pretty soon. So stay tuned. That's why another incentive. We're going to start having some giveaways here shortly. So anyhow, here's what I have to tell you about what's been going on. If you are a frequent flyer or traveler, or even just somebody who lives in the Florida area, you can now get into Walt Disney World every single day for the mere cost of an annual pass. That's right, annual passes have returned. That's great news. Annual passes have returned. They're going to return on April the 20th, which is about 8 days from now, and I think it's really great. I did discuss in a prior video that I thought that this would be good time for Disney to make some money back. Look, I know it will, alleviate a lot of people paying those high ticketed prices that are astronomically high, but at the same time, Disney may lose out from that money from charging people that frequent the parks a lot, charging them extraordinary amounts of money, but up front like that. But I think overall, it will get people maybe going to the parks more and spending more money on food and items and merchandise and all sorts of things that they probably wouldn't be getting if that person was becoming less and only spending the money on tickets and then not having enough money for everything else. So I'm just saying, I think overall, getting people more into the parks more often equals more money overall. Then they can spend their money. They'll still be spending money on all sorts of other things. That's all I'm saying. So I'm glad that Disney has figured it out. Now, I also have a feeling, and this is just my feeling, that, they did bring back the mini cars that that pick you up and take you around the parks. I have a feeling that Disney may strike a contract with Mears again, or one of these other places for transportation I don't know if they're gonna, do the buses themselves again like they did before in mirrors, and then they redo the way that they look, and you have the bus that would, the what do they call it? The Disney. Anyways, I forget the name of the buses that are just. It's a morning time thing here. Anyways, but yeah. The Disney buses that would go back and forth to the airport and take you there. I think that they may be, I would say that they may want to contract with that and bring that back as a perk. I think that would be a kind of cool thing to do. We'll have to see. That may be stretching it. But they could do a lot of small little other things that can make up at hotels, We'll have to see about that. All right, so that's one big ginormous news. I mean, there was that was like huge news. So another part of news is that Disney's coming out with a ton of movies. They got Peter Pan is coming out, a live action Peter Pan. They also have another. Go this way. They also have another live action Moana. The Rock has already said he's going to be on that. That's great. Another Rock movie. And The Rock's doing a lot of movies for Disney. He just did the Jungle Cruise. He's going to be in Moana, and I think that's really kind of cool. I mean, the Rock is a really nice guy and great actor, and maybe they'll get Kevin Hart to play the little chicken. That's a little joke. Anyways, so that would be kind of hilarious. But a human can't be a chicken, but he could have done the voice of the chicken. That's all I'm saying. That would have been kind of cool. But anyhow, so let's see. Another thing. Oh, I was reading a story on the interwebs about people that were saying you shouldn't take your kids to the dining, whether it be to dining at Disney. Now, here's the thing, right? I could understand if your kids are teens, or even where they have a good appetite. But I'm not really sure what the age limit is for Disney. Maybe you have to scour on the internet for this answer, of course, since I don't know it off the top of my head. But there probably is a limit, like most restaurants, that you do not have to pay for a kid's meal. But I think that if you have to pay $50 or some type of crazy amount of money for a kid's meal, you might, like $60 for a character breakfast. Maybe, and your kid's not going to even remember it. Maybe just skip that. Maybe go somewhere else where it might be a few dollars cheaper that you won't have to spend that money. You could use it somewhere else, or maybe not do as many dining outs. Just overall, that may be a better situation for you. I don't know. It's up to your family how much kind of money you have and everything. But I think that is definitely a situation where, like anybody else, where you have these dining, you're dining out and you're spending a lot of money, and one of the things you're going to be spending money on is food. That's something to take into consideration, and that's why on another video I said that Disney Vacation Plan, especially when you have a lot of kids, may be an option to help you save money to offset the cost of food. And now you can get annual passes. So I know that if you're going more than once, of course, to Disney World, it may be time to get an annual pass if you're going more than once. That way you can even save on tickets your second time around. It's a good thing, especially if you're going twice a year. Now, and then your costs get really, really low if you have DVC and annual passes, and you're just paying for almost food the second time around. It's almost free. Not almost free, but it's the price gets considerably way less. your second trip. So, yeah, so that was an article that I read, and I thought that was something interesting to talk about, but not would it take a long time to talk about that, for my opinion. You know, another thing that I did read about is that people are now banding together to try to get rid of pin trading. I'm like, I don't understand why you would want to get rid of that. One of the very niches at Walt Disney World, one of the niche activities is pin trading, and they have a lot of pins. Now, the pins over the pandemic have been kind of, I don't know if they had them out that much or not, and people didn't want to touch other things that people had, and I understand that, and it may be a little, people are maybe a little, not wanting to do that still. But pin trading overall, a lot of people enjoy that. They pay the money for these pins, and they keep them in collections and books. They don't even wear them. They just kind of keep them, and they're pins that they keep in pristine condition and whatnot. So I think it's kind of a cool thing, the pins, and I know that a pin collection, it's it's a thing that you collect, kind of like ears or plushes or backpacks or anything else at Disney that you may collect. Pins are just another thing, and I think they they have a meaning to some people, and I don't think they should get rid of it. I think if pin trading is still a thing, which it appears to be, I don't know why someone would go ban against it. It seems kind of strange to me why you would want to get rid of it. And I know that one of the complaints is that they don't have a lot of pin boards, and people are not giving their pins. They're not. That rule is people are not doing that much more. Maybe they're not giving good pins to the pin board, that they're swapping out ones that nobody wants, and the pin board has like triple pins of the same thing. I don't know. Yeah, I think that could be all ironed out and fixed with just good communications. So so that's another thing that's happening that I read about. Let's see here. Oh, Star Tours is going to be at Star Wars. That's where you sit and you're in like the transporter, flyer or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, Star Tours, they're saying that they're getting new scenes coming to Star Tours in 2024. Talking about Star Wars, I just watched The Mandalorian episode 6, which was, I thought that was kind of cool. They had Jack Black, Lizzo, and Christopher Lloyd. I was waiting for him to say something about the future, or something, one of these lines. Maybe they did. Maybe I missed it. Maybe you'll have to go back and watch it. Season 6 of The Mandalorian, if you have Disney Plus. It's out, and episode 6, of the season. It was pretty good, and can't wait to see it. And Jack Black he's another guy who's becoming a regular on Disney movies. He was in Jumanji, and so I mean, why not to expect him to be there? So, other things that are happening here in the Disney World realm. There's going to be this big everybody knows about the big legal standoff between Disney and the state of Florida. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all plays out. I really think that Disney, if I think corporate America is probably still going to win in the outcome. I don't think there's going to be that many restrictions on them. That I think it's just really just smoke and mirrors. That Disney is going to really be okay in the end, and that's just my short-sighted opinion about it all. And I know that it's a lot of waiting and a lot of seeing, and it's going to be a while for it to iron itself out. But Disney's a smart place. It's been around for a long period of time, 100 years to be exact. And, I'm sure they've dealt with all sorts of issues. And, Florida government will change. They could change in the future. You never know. It's politics. So anyways, that's about all. Let's see here that I can remember in my head. I had a little post-it note, but don't know what happened to that. And so hey, it is what it is. So hopefully you guys have a great day today and a beautiful day wherever you're at. And today is Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I don't have anything to be throwing back, but I'll throw it back to you, the viewer, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.